Hello and welcome to the CWU TV News Roundup, bringing you the latest stories from around the communications industry. As well as this monthly programme, you can catch up with all the latest news and interviews on CWU TV and in the union's digital news magazine, eVoice. Look out for the icons you can see on screen now that show you where you can find more in-depth interviews and reports. Coming up this month. 90% vote yes for possible strike action at Romek. Major recruitment drive in non-recognised companies. And CWU unveils its Workers' Memorial Garden. But first, CWU has welcomed amendments to the Postal Services Bill, published by the government's Biz Department in April. The union has been campaigning to protect the universal service obligation and the future of the post office network. And the new amendments go some way to reflect these aims.
Central to our campaign has been the need to keep the universal service in public hands. We want that done obviously through Royal Mail, and what the changes now say is that Royal Mail effectively will be the sole provider of the universal service for at least 10 years, so that's good news. Similarly, on the Post Office, we've campaigned against the separation of Post Office Limited from Royal Mail, but what we've got there is some amendments that say that the nature of the relationship will be under constant review, and if there was a move towards mutualisation of the business in years to come, that would have to go back to Parliament for a final decision.
Bosses at facilities and maintenance company Romek have been sent a stark warning from CWU members after workers overwhelmingly voted yes for industrial action in protest to what they call bullying tactics in the workplace. 90% of members voted in favour of action, showing the strength of anger within staff.
Our next steps is that we've written to Romek. We've asked for an urgent meeting, and hopefully the Romek will respond. Clearly no one wants to take industrial action, but clearly from our point of view, we are absolutely adamant that the only way we see that the company will come back to the negotiating table and come and talk to us about these issues is through the ballot. And I think using the strength of the ballot, we're looking for the company to respond in an urgent meeting along with ACAS to try and resolve the dispute.
The CWU is recommending a pay deal at GEOBAN worth 3.1% to standard performers in the middle of the pay scales in a consultative ballot. This is the first pay deal at the company which provides back office and processing support for Santander.
The deal provides for a performance-related pay increase of between 0 and 5%, with those in the middle of the pay scales getting a 3.1% increase. The structure of the deal is also constructed so that those with lower salaries get higher increases than those with higher salaries. For those who haven't got performance-related pay, the deal provides for a 2.5% increase plus a lump sum payment of £225. ISBAN UK is the IT arm of Santander. It's the first time we've reached an agreement with ISBAN. It's also the first agreement that they've reached with any trade union. The deal provides for a performance-related pay increases of between 0 and 5.5%, with those in the middle of the scale getting a 3.1% increase. And we're very pleased that members have voted by 87% in favour of the agreement.
A major recruitment drive to extend the power and influence of the CWU in non-recognised workplaces is well underway after an organising and recruitment conference in Manchester. The two-day event saw around 60 activists from around the country attend talks and workshops delivered by union officials, looking at the union's structure, building an effective union in the workplace and innovative new ways of recruiting.
At this weekend's event, we've got people here from a variety of companies having a conference of active CWU members, workplace reps from companies where the union doesn't have recognition or where it's only recently gained recognition.
Because you've got people who speak to you nicely, you stay with them. And what you need to do is go to the people that are not talking to you at all. And you need to recruit. My biggest thing about any of it is you need to recruit.
This event brings people together, they share experiences, it galvanises them and it gives them confidence for when they go back to work. They may be the only activist or the only representative, they may work with a group of other people, but to maintain that they need to have a bigger picture of what trade unionism is, and this is a motivating event for them that keeps them on board with ensuring trade unionism is in the workplace.
It's all about strength, and strength is all about having the membership to actually put across to the company, this is what our members want. Not 50% of them, not 60% of them, but 70, 80, 90% of people.
Our aim by having the conference is to give the people who attend the confidence that they're not alone, that there is a union behind them that supports them, that wants to give them the tools to do the job within their workplace, to make sure that we end up with a situation where workers don't feel afraid. And that's what this conference is going to hopefully give the people who attend it, that confidence that they are making a difference.
Now let's take a quick fire look at some of the other headlines affecting union members around the UK. In the North East, the CWU is concerned that the decision of telecoms giant Orange to offshore its night shift customer services work from Darlington to the Philippines will have a major impact on jobs in the area. Following positive negotiations, the union has agreed to cancel strike action at Isle of Man Post Office to allow further talks towards reaching an agreement over pay. In Scotland, concerns over postal workers' safety hit the headlines last month following the revelations that parcel bombs had been sent to Celtic manager Neil Lennon and 2 other high-profile fans of the football club. And the Scottish TUC has awarded 7 Glasgow CWU learning reps the prestigious Helen Dowie Award in recognition of their efforts to make education opportunities available to their work colleagues. After securing a pay deal with Post Office Limited and guaranteeing the Crown network for a further year, postal members have voted overwhelmingly in favour for the agreement reached by the union. With 97% voting yes, members have already started to receive the benefits.
The deal had a number of components to it. It was a 2-year pay deal, 2.25% for 2010, backdated to the 1st of April, a further 1.4% from the 1st of April 2011, a combined £1,000 in lump sums, which effectively means our members at the end of April this month will receive £1,430 in arrears in their pay packet, which is very nice. Nearly 2,500 people endorsed the deal, 97% of our members, and just over 80 people voted no. I think that's a ringing endorsement of the deal and tells us that we've got our finger on the pulse. Our members trust and support us, and the deal was worth doing.
And finally, CWU members and officials attended the unveiling of the new CWU Workers' Memorial Garden at the union's flagship education and training facility, Alverscott Lodge in Oxfordshire. Opened on the first official Workers' Memorial Day, the garden commemorates union members who've been killed, injured or fallen ill while at work. CWU TV attended the opening.
Good morning to everybody, and welcome to Alverscott Lodge for those of you who haven't been before, and welcome back for all our old friends who are here today, our good comrades and our good supporters. It's great to see you all here today. This Memorial Garden project has been the latest of quite a lot of projects that we've been involved in here, which are aimed at making every part of the place significant for trade union activists, an important place, a place where they can come, see their history, etc.
Well, it's a befitting memorial to our friend and colleague, amongst others who are represented here today, Roger Jenkins, who was a member of our branch for many years, was a branch treasurer, and who was tragically killed while at work in a road accident some 6 years ago. And it was very pleasing for the branch to be in a position where we could help finance part of the cost towards this memorial garden, to have a plaque unveiled in memory of our former colleague.
Guests included Dave Joyce, the union's head of health and safety, along with local Labour MP for Oxford East, Andrew Smith, who was given the honour of opening the garden.
This garden is a tribute not only to workers' sacrifice, but also we should think of it as a tribute to the work of trade unionists and health and safety inspectors for all of the deaths and injuries that have been avoided through their action. And we've got to step up that work to save lives and stop injuries in the future.
Well, that's it for this month. Don't forget you can find more extended reports, videos and stories on CWU TV or in eVoice. But until next time, thanks for watching.